When using Just Play's Scout Card feature, you can neatly organize your practices by using the group button to organize by season and opponent. When you hit new practice, you can label it based on day of the week, what number of practice it is, or the date. You can then select which opponent you want these scout cards to go to and the season. You could also add in new ones that don't show up in the drop-down menu. When I hit add in edit periods, I can then type in what my periods are named. When I hit enter, I create a new row, or I click the add period button to create a new period as well. I can reorganize using the hand button here. Once I click save, the periods are created, or I can click and drag and drop the gray bars. When I click the gray bar, it opens up the period. I can add new plays by using this green quick add button to create a blank row, and hit the plus diagram button to then search from the diagram tool any diagram that's in the system, whether it be on your side of the ball or the other side. Or you can also start with a blank canvas. When I click on a previous drawing, I can make edits to that drawing. I can select all, flip hashes, flip the viewpoint, whatever you need to do for your scout card. When I hit save and exit, this scout card is now created. I could have changed the diagram name there. This is to change the play name. I can click this pencil and change the name of the play. Other ways to add plays is using the add cards button. You can filter this down by opponent, which practice it is, what season, and by period. This is giving you access to every scout card you've ever drawn, and that way if you have something that you ran earlier in the week or last season, or another opponent runs the same concepts, you can select cards that you've already done so you don't have to draw the same things over and over. We have two different views, the list view and the grid view, which allows you to see which cards are done, quick add, and see which cards are not done. I'm going to flip back over to the list view. The other way that you can add cards is if you use PFF. For scout cards, you can import from PFF, click the upload videos, and I can select multiple cards and import those at one time. This is a way to bulk add cards. If you use the PFF scout cards, you can bulk add, bring in one or multiple all at the same time. And then from there, I can still click on a card and edit it. So if I have to make a change to what PFF drew up, I can still edit the card, whether it be changing the route, changing coloring, anything that you want to change, you can still do so. If something is put in the wrong period, you can move that play. So I can click on a play, move it to a different period. I drew it in walkthrough, it needs to be in blitz walk. I can just move those things. If the twos are running some of the same plays as the ones, you don't want to draw the same cards, I can select multiple cards, click copy within period, and now these cards are going to be redrawn there. If I need them in walkthrough, but I also need them in the inside run, I can select which cards are going to be copied, copy to a different period, change this to inside run, and copy it as well. So that way you aren't drawing the same card multiple times. This can be assigned out to your coaches, just like everything else in the system has been done, and you can bring out an iPad on the field to show it, or you still have the ability to print all periods, print the whole practice at once, or print one period at a time. From here, it depends on your preference. If you want one big card to show the scout teamers, you can have that, or change the rows that are available. If you have a coach on staff that wants scout cards but doesn't want to have a lot of sheet of paper on the field, you can put multiple cards on one page. If your practice structure stays the same throughout the season, you have the ability in the actions button to copy a practice, and that way you can keep that same practice structure throughout the season.